Monday brings us to the definition, and the first surprise is in the grammar. When Paul finally tells us what love is, he doesn't hand us a dictionary meaning. He doesn't say love is a warm feeling, or love is a deep affection, or love is a strong emotion. Instead, he gives us a list of things love does. Look at the words. Love is patient, love is kind, and on through the whole chapter. Almost every single description is a verb, an action, a thing you do. Paul isn't describing a feeling in the chest, he's describing behavior. He's telling us that love, the real thing, the agape kind, is not primarily something you feel, it's something you do. That distinction changes everything, and it's worth pausing on. We tend to think of love as an emotion that happens to us. We fall into it, we're swept up in it. And when the feeling fades, we say the love is gone. But Paul's love isn't a feeling that comes and goes. It's a way of treating people, a series of choices you make, action by action, whether or not the feeling is there. That's actually good news, because it means you can love someone even when you don't feel like it. You can choose patience when you feel impatient. You can choose kindness when you feel annoyed. Love, in Paul's hands, is not held hostage by your moods. It's something you can do on purpose, especially toward the people who are hardest to feel warm about. And the very first thing on his list is patience. Love is patient. Now, the word he uses there is worth slowing down on, because it paints a picture. The Greek word is built from two parts that mean roughly long and temper. Long-tempered. It's the opposite of short-tempered. A short-tempered person catches fire fast, flares up at the smallest spark, sputters and explodes and burns out. A long-tempered person takes a very long time to reach the point of anger, holds steady under provocation, refuses to be quickly set off.
There's an old image that captures the word perfectly. Think of two kinds of fire. On one hand, dry kindling, thin little sticks and twigs. Put a flame to kindling and it catches instantly, blazes up bright, crackles and spits sparks in every direction, and then, just as fast, burns itself out and dies. That's a short temper. Quick to flame, loud, and gone. On the other hand, a thick, seasoned hardwood log. It doesn't catch fast, it resists the flame. But once it's burning, it holds its heat for hours, steady and deep and warm, long after the kindling would have turned to ash. That's what this word for patience means. Love is the log, not the kindling. It doesn't flare up and explode at every offense. It burns long, it endures, it holds its warmth through provocation that would make a short-tempered person burst into flames. And that was exactly what the Corinthians lacked with each other. They were kindling, quick to take offense, quick to argue, quick to divide into camps and lawsuits and rival factions, flaring up at every slight. Paul says the love they needed was the long-burning kind, the patience that holds steady with difficult people over the long haul, that doesn't explode the moment someone gets under your skin. The second thing on the list is kindness. Love is kind. And here too there's a nuance we can miss. This isn't just a soft, passive niceness, a general pleasantness. The word carries the sense of active goodness, of actually doing good things for people, useful and practical acts of care. It's the same root that shows up when the Bible speaks of the kindness of God that leads us to repentance, a kindness that does something, that acts, that reaches down and helps. Patience is often the side of love that holds back, that restrains the temper, that endures. Kindness is the side of love that reaches out, that does something, that puts goodness into action. Together, they're two halves of the same coin. Love patiently bears with people, and love actively does them good. It absorbs the wrong, and then it goes and helps. It won't blow up at you, and it will show up for you. And there's an order to those two that's worth noticing. Patience comes first, then kindness. It's as if Paul is saying love first survives the person, then serves the person. First it refuses to explode at them, and then, having held its fire, it turns around and does them good. That order matters because kindness without patience curdles fast. Anyone can be kind to a person who's easy. The test is whether you can be kind to the person who has just tried your patience, whether your goodness toward them survives your irritation with them. Love does both at once. It is long-tempered and warm-handed in the same breath, patient with the very people it is busy blessing. Put those two together and you already have something the world barely has. A love that is slow to anger and quick to help. That doesn't detonate at your failures and does reach out in your need.
That's the opening of the portrait, and it's a long way from a soft, comfortable feeling. It's a way of treating actual, difficult, disappointing people, day after day, on purpose.